Yo, what's up, y'all? I'm sitting here. I'm at the rail right now, waiting on this crane to bring my container. It is 5:11 a.m. I only been here for 20 minutes, so I'm waiting. I don't know how long it's gonna take for this crane to get here, but sometimes, you could be here for like an hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours. The longest I was here before was 5 hours. Can you believe that? 5 hours waiting on the crane to come bring my container. But it's all part of the grind. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? It's what you have to do. I overslept today. I ain't even grabbed all my equipment to record with. But I'm like, since I'm sitting here, I might as well record something. I hope this crane don't take long. For real, because I'm already a little tired and I'm ready to go home, but I still got one more run to do. I got to go out to Lithia Springs to Barilla. That is the people that make the pasta. I know y'all seen that before in the grocery store, the blue box with the red and white logo. And so we waiting on the crane to come sit that on the chassis. I can lock the chassis up and go ahead and take that to where it gotta go. Yeah. So we'll see. We will see. I'm gonna show y'all the crane in a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all the crane in a minute. I don't know if y'all can see that one. It's one way down there. You see it moving. I'm waiting on the crane that is right here, but he's doing something else right now, so I gotta wait till whenever he bring me my container. Like I said, I hope I don't be here that long. I'm ready to go home, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go home. The boy hungry. And it goes up. What he doing right now, he getting that ready to get on the train. Whatever state that's about to go to. Yeah, that's about to get shipped out. So he picking that up and about to put that on the train. So whenever he get done doing his thing, then, I can go ahead and get my box, my container, and going on about my business. But yeah, that's a process. He putting that one away, but that's the same thing it's gonna look like when he bring me mine. Yeah. Check my chassis, man. So when you go pick up a chassis, you gotta make sure all these is pulled out. It's one on each side. You gotta just pull it towards you. There's one over here, and there's one over there. And walk on down here. I ain't got my lights flashing, my hazards on right now, but normally I already checked them, but you gotta make sure your lights and stuff is working on there. Make sure your tires is good, which I already did that. These locks right here. Sometimes these locks be like, I don't like stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? See that's like, they still work, but I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? But I always turn mine to make sure they work. You know what I'm saying? Okay, this one though being a little stubborn right here. Turn like that when it locked. It's locked when it turn like that, and then that's unlocked. But yeah, so when I come pick my chassis up, I make sure all my locks work right. You don't want to get one and it don't lock. You know what I'm saying? You don't want him to drop that box on there, and then you find out that these don't work. Man, well, that's a lot. That now you got to go get the other crane and come and go. Get him to take that off and swap the chassis out. Yeah, so I'm just waiting, man. Just waiting on this dude to get done doing what he doing, so I can get my stuff and get on. Got to stand up and move around, man, because you get sleepy sitting in that seat for too long. So got to move around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Stretch my legs. See, he back there working. Hopefully, he about to come to me. And he's not. That sucks, man. You know, as much as I hate doing this, I'm thankful that I got it, because before JB Hunt, man, I was putting in a lot of applications and wasn't nobody calling me back. Wasn't nobody calling me back, man. I ain't got no record or nothing. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why, but you know, everything happened for a reason. But I put in so many applications, y'all. And JB Hunt was the one who they reached out immediately, and I went with it. You know, I went with it because I needed something. You know, I'm not perfect at all. I struggle. I have my struggles. I struggle every day. You know, I'm currently behind on some bills right now, but, you know, I'm glad that I got a job right now. I mean, you know, I've been up and down financially throughout my life, you know. I wouldn't say by making wrong decisions, but just unfortunate events, you know. But looking at it today, all those things that happen it's a lesson learned, you know. You know, like I said, I me being a morning person and have to work nights, I have to be to work at 8 p.m. And I work Sunday through Thursday. I got Fridays and Saturdays off. But getting used to night and working at night, you know, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. But I'm used to it now, you know. I done got used to it. It ain't nothing. But I still have my days when I'm real tired, man. I be dreaming about that bed. You know, it's you know, I work because, you know, of course, like we all, you know, we got jobs because we got bills we got to pay. We got kids to take care of, you know, stuff like that. I ain't never been out of the country before, so I want to travel. I ain't even got a passport, man. I feel like that's something that I should have been had, but I don't. You know, I'm working. It's a lot of things that I'm trying to do. So this is part of it, by getting up, you know, grinding every day, dragging myself into work even though I'm tired. But, you know, them things ain't gonna pay for themselves, you know. So we got to get up and we got to make sure we do what we need to do to make them things happen. But yeah, back to the passport, man. I never had one, but I'm about to get it. I'm about to get my passport. But I ain't never had one. And I ain't never been out the country before. So it's a lot of stuff that I'm about to start doing. And, you know, this is part of the, you know, the grind, working to get these things, you know, so I can have a little bit of fun. Because I ain't really did too much in life. I worked most of my life. Just work jobs and that's it. Never got a chance to really enjoy nothing. Just work. You know what I'm saying? Just work. But like I said, I'm thankful that I do have a job, because it could be worse than this. You know, I could be back in that situation when I was dreaming about having a job, when I'm trying to figure out, you know, where my next meal coming from. How am I going to put gas in my car? Worrying about my car being taken away because I can't make the payments. It's just, man, stuff like that, man. But, you know, sitting here, you know, in a JB Hunt truck, I'm grateful. It can always be worse. I'm just thankful that, you know, I have this, and I'm gonna make the best of it. There is a lot of things that I still have have yet to do. Like I'm a creator. I like, I create designs, t-shirts, stuff like that, brands. It's just so many ideas, so many things that I done created that I just need to get out. And that's the goal. Eventually, one day I ain't gonna work forever. I do what I have to do, to fund what it is that I'm trying to do outside of this. So eventually I can escape the 9-to-5 grind. What they say, get off that hamster wheel. That's what I'm working on right now. And why not start documenting? Because I ain't the only one out here that struggle to pay bills and keeping up with stuff. It's we human beings, a lot of us do it. A lot of us go through it, but I'm not ashamed to admit it at all. No, not ashamed. My life is not perfect by any means. Never was. So, I'm just thankful, man, that I can, pay some stuff, instead of not being able to pay anything, because I have been in that situation before and it sucked, man. It really does. So I'm gonna keep getting up at, dragging myself in to work at 8 o'clock at night when I'm used to being asleep, and come in here and make this money, man, and do the best I can. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that. Y'all know what it is, man. A lot of y'all, most of us work, man. Y'all know what it is. A lot of us got jobs that we don't like, but hey, we gotta pay them bills, right? Yeah, them bills ain't gonna pay themselves. So we get up and do what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people make up excuses to, why they ain't got what they want or what they need. Sometimes you just gotta find a way and not make excuses. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find a way. And I'm doing that every day. Every day I get up and come to work, I'm finding a way to get to that next step, that next part of life where I want to be at. So, like I said, man, I'm tired right now, but I got things that I need to do. And I ain't no lazy. I'm not lazy. I ain't no lazy dude. Never was no lazy dude. Highly ambitious. And I'm going to do what I need to. I always been that person, man. I always do what I need to. I be down sometimes, in the past, but I ain't going to be down for long. That is a guarantee. That is a guarantee. All right. So my crane has came and he's about to sit this down on my chassis. Let me back up, son. He got to line it up so it fit perfectly on there. And then once he drop it down, I lock it. Make sure it's secure all the way around. You got to be precise with that thing. That is one crazy job. Y'all think y'all can do that? All right, so first thing, when the crane drop down the box and put it on the chassis, you got to go inside this thing we call a bill box. So you got to grab the BOL out of here, and you got to make sure that the seal number on the BOL matches the seal that's on the back of the door. So I walk back here, and man, it's about to be daylight out here now. I'm glad this is my last one. But what I was saying is, you walk to the back right here, and you find your seal, and you make sure the number. This is a metal seal, so the numbers is kind of. But I already looked at it, and you make sure it matches up to what's on your BOL. and you proceed to your stop. Well, I finally reached my destination, Barilla and Lithia Springs. Gotta wait for the guy to check the seal and everything, make sure everything is like it's supposed to be. This is my last stop. I gotta take it empty from here and take it to the drop yard, and that'll be it for me. Unfortunately, they don't have no empty, so I can't get that activity completed, so I guess I'll be bobtailing back to the job. It's all good though. But it's morning time. I started at 8 p.m. I'm just now getting done. It's been a good day, I would say. It's been a good day, Time to go home now, y'all.